My name's Noah Winter, and this is an exercise program delivered on the 23rd of August, 2022. That's a treadmill. This is as good as they're gonna get.
Took a start, yeah.
Alright. There we go. Okay. Welcome. So today we're going to be running through some bits and pieces. We're going to be running through the first program. So, for starters, to warm up, we've got some treadmill walking for 5 minutes. Then we've got some hamstring sweeps, bent over rotations, and Supermans, like we spoke about from the other one. Then we got some bodyweight squats, and then some barbell RDLs, push up, seated row, standing unilateral press, banded unilateral kneeling pull down, which we'll just have to figure out something for that because I no longer have bands or anything to pull from, and a plank, and then we'll do the cool down, which is more of this, plus some static stretching of all the muscles that we just trained. So, I'll get you to pick a comfortable speed that is sort of an intensity of sort of 3 to 4 out of 10.
Okay.
I'll let you.
There's the speed, obviously. So you can start.
Yes, it starts at 2.
See? So is this good enough pace or a bit too fast?
Is it for your own intensity level?
Yes.
Is it sort of like, how is this out of 10?
Well, it's not running, so for me running would be a 10. I know it'd be about a 5, I suppose, it'd be about half.
We could probably slow it down a little bit, but...
Because it's just a warm-up, isn't it?
Yeah. Precise. Alright. Oh, that wasn't.
4.6, is that kilometres an hour?
No clue. I don't know with this machine.
Oh, it is kilometres an hour, yeah.
Nearly halfway.
Only halfway, yeah. So if you do this and you pause the video, does it then restart? You'd have to cut it? If you pause it here, do we have to restart it again?
I have to restart the video.
Okay.
But yeah. So what I can do is film this section.
Oh, you want to use
Without the intro.
Yeah.
Cut the intro,
Amazing what you can do with all that stuff on your phone.
so then then you just have to do one 5-minute thing, and then I can just spend a little bit more time editing and it was actually less time doing this.
It says I've burned 17 calories. How much is 17 calories?
This whole monster that's meant to be 0 calories. It's like the equivalent of about 7 to 10 grams of carbs.
Spoonful sugar? Tablespoon sugar? Spoon?
No, less than that. A lot less than that. 20 calories is what? 5 grams of carbs.
Okay. 4.5 minutes.
Half a minute to go.
Done.
Cool. Okay. So now on to the dynamic stretches. That's the word. So we're gonna do. You can either walk these out, or you can kind of like do them standing still. But walking them out's a little bit easier.
Alright.
This is gonna be good fun for you and your tight hamstrings.
Excellent. Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you can take a small step forward.
Yep.
And then land on the heel, and then sweep. Sweep. And then each next step, sweep. Try and keep your legs straight as possible. My hamstrings are really hard still from my back. But
So there.
yep, and then go down as low as you possibly can.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
And what's the sweeping supposed to mean?
That's just kind of like, honestly, I don't know. They didn't teach me that.
Okay.
Oops. I'm gonna do like 5 to 10 of them on each side. Probably 5 given your amazing mobility.
Tell me if I'm doing it right.
Yeah, you are.
Do it the other way, I suppose.
Yeah.
How's that?
That is awesome. Okay.
Slip it up.
Yeah. Next, we have a bent over rotation. So, a few ways to do this. Oh yeah. But bent over rotation is essentially, quite simply, bend over, and then you rotate.
Okay.
You gotta keep your legs straight. Because my lower back is just as buggered as yours. So,
Keep your legs straight.
yeah.
Okay.
Bend over and rotate.
Okay. Bending over this way. Legs
Yes.
bending over.
And then rotate, and then hold it for a bit, and then rotate. Legs straight.
That's a hard one.
Yes, good for the lumbar, the thoracic, the whole damn spine. Any of these? So 5 each side. Should be enough. And then we're going to do Superman sit.
That's alright. Does it work?
Yep. Where was this attached to? Okay.
If I move that further forward, that is there. Oh, yeah, you can still see it from there, it's alright.
Okay. Superman's. Onto his stomach. Toes sort of pointing outwards. Arms pointing outwards. Relax. And then try and bring everything up with the lower back.
With just your stomach.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So just try and raise your everything from your glute back and then from your shoulders forward. With just the lumbar. Okay.
How many?
10.
Okay, how long do I have to hold them for?
Oh, like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not like a long hold. How's that? That's good. Right, doggy. Now we're going to do body weight squats. Everyone's favourite. So,
We use the thing we used before.
we'll place here. Either use the end of this. If you want
Okay,
to.
might be easier. Yep.
It's just might be a bit soft. Yeah, as long as you can still. Oh my god, man, this sort. No, that's too unstable. It's more unstable than. Yeah, no. That's the go. Okay, so we're going to do. I'll do the demonstration. I still need to do the demonstration. And I demonstrated before. Doing 10 reps. Tempo of 2 second negatives, 2 second concentrics. So, obviously have your shoes fully tightened, unlike me. But do as I say, not as I do. Essentially, you just want your heel on the end here. Toes pointed slightly outwards in just outside body shoulder width, and then knees tracking over toes. You sit in, and up to sit in to what's called the hole, and then press up. Sit in, negative for 2 seconds, and then sit in the hole, and then come back up. Get 10.
Is that?
5?
5.
5, yeah. Oh, those knees. 8. 9. Last one. Okie dokie. Now onto a barbell RDL. So, I think it's the practice barbell. Isn't quite. Okay, so again, feet similar width apart to the squat, maybe even slightly narrower. I personally go slightly narrower. And then you grab the bar sort of where it's comfortable, pretty much just outside of where your feet are. And then you hinge at the hips first. So essentially your hips, before anything else, your hips go back. And then you just kind of let your body travel forward.
Keep your shoulders straight. Obviously, I'm trying to punch my shoulders.
Huh? Yeah.
Trying to punch my shoulders.
Yeah. You can keep your shoulders pinned back.
And legs straight or bend knees?
You can bend your knees slightly, because otherwise that's like just, if you keep your legs like straight bent, then you'll just get down to here and then come back up and then range of motion like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I actually have to even to go down to depth and my knees bend a bit anyway, so.
Okay, so you want it below the knee.
Yeah. The main thing is the hips shoot back first, so the initiation of the movement is, that's like, so the pelvic, pelvis just goes, tilts back, and then you kind of just, since I like to think, my favourite cue is like ass to the corner of the ceiling.
Yeah, right.
Try and get your ass like right up.
Yeah. Grip.
Yep.
A bit further in.
No, that's good.
Ooh, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these?
We're going for, I think it's 10 of those, yeah. No, 12 for my receipt.
Why are they called Romanian deadlifts?
Because the Romanians
I suppose Romanians thought of them.
yeah. I don't know. They're otherwise often referred to as like a stiff leg deadlift, but even though your legs aren't well, so for this type of one more rep, for this type of deadlift, so you got your Romanian deadlift, your RDL, which is everyone's favourite because you're loaded up a bit heavier because you bend your knees, and then you've got your stiff-legged deadlift, which is where you keep your legs. You don't keep them like completely locked out as such,
Okay.
but you keep them like the same. Like you don't allow your knees to travel at all.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, and that's what I was saying about how you get bugger all range motion.
Yeah.
But there are two different types. This one's a bit more glute biased and one's a bit more hamstring biased.
Okay.
Your RDL, which is what we just did, is a bit more glute biased, because you actually bend the knees a bit more.
Okay.
And that allows you to shoot your hips back a little bit more.
Yep.
Putting the glute into a bit more of a stretch. So, therefore becoming more glute biased. However, the hamstrings are still heavily involved. Same with this, but then the stiff-legged deadlift, obviously, because your hips aren't going back as much. The glute isn't in much of a stretch, but the hamstrings are in even more of a stretch. More hamstring bias. So, push it up. Can you do 10?
I can do 10.
Okay, cool. Because that's all we're going for.
Okay. Might do that on a normal ground, not the easy.
Yep. Oh, brother.
running strength?
Yep, I reckon. Take my shoes off. Right out. Then quick on this. That's my wrist with the watch, but come in slightly, hands slightly outside shoulder width. I like to pretend there's money between my ass cheeks and to clench the money just so it doesn't drop. And then come right down, touch the chest, come back up. Wow, it's such a short range of motion. I'm used to doing deficits. You have a plate, really super deep.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Mike is Israel. But see if you can do 10 of those. I won't get you to pause at the bottom like I did.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think pausing at the bottom, you might only get 5, don't you?
Yeah. Pausing at the bottom is a great way to, when you start doing like 20-25 reps of regular push-ups.
Yeah.
Start doing pause deficits and then you'll grow a big chest. So. Try and bring the shoulders, elbows in a little more. Maybe, geez, that was unexpected. That was probably a little bit closer to proximity to failure than I would like, but does the job.
A little bit out of practice.
Seated row. So I'm gonna have to change the camera angle. Shut this down.
Okay.
So I'm going to set up a perfect height already. I'll put some weight on.
Yeah. It probably works better with weight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fine with weight.
I'll put much on, but the minimum required. Seated cable. So you can do these couple different ways. It really depends on the attachment. But favorite way to do these is with 2 single arm attachments. Sit back. Hopefully they can see enough. Chest, big, proud chest, and then we pull in, leading with the elbows. Big stretch. Pull in. Nice neutral spine the entire time. Always think elbows. Don't even think about gripping with these. Just think pulling the elbows through, and then see how that goes.
Do you want to change the camera angle?
This is as good as it's gonna get. But I'm gonna try and move forward. Try something. Nope. Okay. It's makeshift, but it works. We're going for how many are we going for here?
So now if you stood up there against that blue container, the round one.
No.
Okay.
He's good. We're going for 10 of those. Match the same repetition
Okay.
with the push up. Just sit a little bit further back. Give that a stretch. Yeah, sweet. There we go. Fully extend. There we go.
12. Is it 9 or 10?
There we go. Okay. Now we do the standing unilateral press. Okay. Grab 2 dumbbells, and then we, while standing, put them up, and you do 1. Up my shoulder. 1 at a time, keeping nice neutral spine, core locked in, round chest, out my shoulder. This is what happens when you don't warm up. Anyway, you get the gist.
Yep.
So, see how that goes.
10 on each arm.
It's 12 on each arm.
12 on each arm. That's going to be interesting.
Those are going to be the lightest dumbbells we offer.
Yeah, it is the lightest ones we've got. So. Alright, I'll do my best.
That's mine. Good. Okay, next. Next is we're gonna have to do some more maneuvering. To maneuver yourself out of the way. Change the camera angle again. Yep, that's good. Yep, okay, good. So we grab other one. So right arm, left knee is up. Alright, sit back a little bit. Then again, driving with the elbow. Try and get elbow to hip. Yep. Again, all with the same proud chest, bloody neutral spine, like that. Again, driving through with the elbow, and then almost trying to wrap around a little bit as well, and then swap arms and legs.
Okay. And
we're doing 12 here. Same as the other one.
okay.
Same as the
So I can rest my
match.
Does that come here or is that
Yeah,
come side?
Just sort of wherever's best to brace.
Okay.
So it depends from it changes from person to person.
So is that right?
Yep. We can change the height if we want to do the height higher, but that looks good.
12?
Yes. you can go, more advanced side where you slightly wrap, where you slightly twist your torso around. There's another sort of thing you can do, but we'll just sort of stick to the basics for today.
So is it working the triangles?
Yeah, the latissimus dorsi, yes. It's kind of working latissimus dorsi, teres major, teres minor, probably a little tiny bit of redelt, just purely because you're getting your elbow behind the body, because you're taking that redelt through, unintentionally through the majority of its range of motion. As well as probably a little bit of mid back, again just purely because you're retracting the scapula. Now to finish, we need to put it back down here because we're doing the plank.
You need to demonstrate.
Yes. Much with everything. Even if you know how to do it, it doesn't matter. So, there's a few ways you can do them, but the easiest way to do it
Elbows.
is the elbows on.
Yep.
You can, I think the more advanced ones are the full hands up, but
Sure, yeah.
we'll do the elbows on. Again, like that arse cheek analogy.
Yes. Holding the money between those two.
Yes. Yeah, you get the gist.
Yep.
We keep going for 30 seconds.
Oh, thank God for us. I said that. Maybe do a minute. You don't know what we do a minute.
We're doing 30 seconds. Yep, we're doing 30 seconds. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, commence. You haven't done one of these for a while. Halfway. And done. Okay, on to the cool down. Which is more treadmill walking. And then do static stretches.
So is this good enough pace or a bit too fast?
Is it for your own intensity level?
Yes.
Is it sort of like, how is this out of 10?
Well, it's not running, so for me running would be a 10. I know it'd be about a 5, I suppose, it'd be about half.
We could probably slow it down a little bit, but
Because it's just a warm up, isn't it?
yeah, precise. Alright, well.
2.6, is that kilometres an hour?
No clue. I don't know with this machine.
Oh, it is kilometres an hour, yeah.
Nearly halfway.
Only halfway, yeah. So if you do this and you pause the video, does it then restart? You'd have to cut it. If you pause it here, do we have to restart it again?
I have to restart the video.
Okay.
But yeah. So what I can do is film this section
Oh, you want to use
without the intro.
Yeah.
Cut the intro,
Amazing what you can do with all that stuff on your phone.
so then you just have to do one 5-minute thing, and then I can just spend a little bit more time editing, and there's actually less time doing this.
It says I've burned 17 calories. How much is 17 calories?
This whole monster that's meant to be 0 calories. It's like the equivalent of about 7 to 10 grams of carbs.
Spoonful sugar? Tablespoon sugar? Spoon?
No,
No.
less than that. Less than that. 20 calories is what? 5 grams of carbs.
Okay. 4.5 minutes.
Half a minute to go.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Done.
Cool.
The rest of the stuff can go away, or is it will it there for now?
Just leave that now. Okay, now that we've done the cool down walking part, now it's time for the static stretching of quads, hams, pectoralis major, and the latissimus dorsi.
Okay.
Otherwise known as legs, chest, back. So we'll start with wherever you can grab a hold of something. For demonstration purposes, and then pull one leg behind you. Ow, my legs. And stretch my quads enough in time. Pull back with both hands if you can. If not, one hand is fine. If your balance is rubbish. Pull back, and then we're going to hold them for 20 seconds. And release. The other side. And release. Okay, now onto the hamstrings. You can either elevate onto something, whether it be this bench, or the easiest way, since we have it at our disposal. And elevate from the bench, and then sort of slowly move yourself down to, if you touch your toes, you touch your toes, with a straight leg obviously, or as far down as you can go. Again, hold this for 20 seconds.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, that's as far as I can go. Ow.
Swap legs.
Slightly better with this one. I don't know for some reason why.
And that's just not the better.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And release. Next, you're going to pick a piece of wall. Edge in it, probably this one here.
Yep. Oh, those ones, yeah.
And the elbow in, and then
Yeah,
I'm going to maneuver the camera because elbow in, and then split stance, step away, and then kind of lean in and out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then
Same the other side, holding for.
20 seconds, and then swap sides. As per usual. Swap sides. Okie doke. And now on to a lat stretch. Whichever one feels better for you. There's two. I do one that's kind of like, I do one that's sort of not by the book, and sort of grab onto something and then lean away.
Okay.
Sort of on top of that, just like gently rest and then kind of essentially like tilt downwards to get a really nice stretch from the lat.
Okay.
They tell me to do another one, but that one's way better. So
Yep.
I'll grab it onto something that's actually got like a surface I can push down against.
You can push it down.
Yeah. Just sort of bend over and then sort of, you can even twist a bit.
Feel it in here.
Yeah.
So basically so you can feel it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I don't feel the other one that they tell me to do.
Yeah.
I don't feel this one because that's the one I use for myself. And swap sides. And release. Alright, that is the entire workout done. Yep, that's all done. So in the space of, I think like 45 minutes, I think it was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all done. So, see you next time.